What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Business Buzz, where we focus on business, entrepreneurship, and investing. Today we're going to be talking about some of the 4 best crowdfunding sites. Crowdfunding is basically where when you want to start a new business or come up with a new product and you need funding for it, crowdfunding is basically the platform on which you can go on, put your product out there, and it's in front of a bunch of people with money that can invest in your business. Most of the time, they don't even get a cut of your business for doing this. It's kind of like charity in a way. They just want to see your product out there in the market. A lot of times, however, there is an incentive involved, like if somebody puts $20 into your crowdfunding campaign, then they'll get the product like half off when it finally does come out, if it does. So guys, before we get into the video and the content, make sure you guys please go down and leave us a like. Really appreciate that. Anyway, let's get into it. Number 1, IndieGoGo. This is one of the best and most popular crowdfunding websites in the world with over 9 million backers. IndieGoGo supports new campaigns from a variety of industries, whether that be new tech or things involved in the film industry, like if you want to come out with a movie. Tons of things that you can do on IndieGoGo. Most campaigns are reward-based with all-or-nothing funding rules. Interestingly enough, there are also options for equity investment. So, by the way, if you don't have a product that you want to put out there, you can actually invest in other people's products. If you're unsure of what all-or-nothing funding is that a lot of IndieGoGo campaigns run on, basically it means that if your capital doesn't reach the desired goal by the set date, you get none of the money and all the money is refunded to the backers, right? So let's say your goal is to raise $5,000 for your new product and you raise $4,500, you don't get any of the money, unfortunately. However, if you raise anything above $5,000, you get to keep the money so long as you use it towards your company. Let's go through some pros and cons for using IndieGoGo. Some pros for IndieGoGo include that you are in front of millions of potential backers, and your product can be from a variety of industries or all different types of things. A few cons include that there, first of all, isn't any personal funding options. So if it's not business related, you can't do it. But most of you guys don't have to worry about that. Another con for IndieGoGo is that the success rate is pretty low. It's one of the lower ones for crowdfunding sites. About 8 to 10% succeed in reaching their goal. Another technically a con for this crowdfunding site is that they do take a percentage of your campaign, obviously, and they take 5%. So let's say you raise $5,000, they're going to take $250 of that. Something to keep in mind with IndieGoGo is that it's very worldwide, right? If you live in a different country besides the US, China, India, you can still use IndieGoGo, unlike a lot of these crowdfunding sites. Number 2, Republic. Republic is one of the newer crowdfunding sites to hit the market, and they happen to be a very selective crowdfunding site. In fact, they actually have fewer than 100 current running campaigns. So it's kind of one of those things where if you do get in to be one of their campaigns, you're very lucky and you're definitely going to reach your funding goal probably. But if not, then you don't. Republic has a 95% success rate. And again, part of this reason is because they're so selective and there's so few campaigns. So again, if you do get in to be one of their campaigns, you're basically set. Just as IndieGoGo, however, it is an all-or-nothing campaign deal. So if you don't reach your goal, even if you're accepted, you don't get any of the funds. Republic has a big focus on diverse companies, it seems. So if you and any other founders in the company happen to be of multiple races and genders, you're off to a good start. They hate white people. I'm just kidding. One of the big cons for Republic is that there is a 6% funding fee, which is a little higher than IndieGoGo's. However, I think it's worth it considering that if you get accepted, you have a 95% success rate. So I think it all kind of rounds out. Republic also is currently only USA only, unlike IndieGoGo, where it's worldwide. Not with this. You got to be based in the US. Number 3, Kickstarter. Kickstarter has been around for about a decade or more, and it's probably the most well-known crowdfunding site, which makes it pretty trustworthy and popular. Some cons with Kickstarter, in fact, probably the biggest con is just how competitive it is. Because Kickstarter is so popular, actually getting anybody to even see your campaign can be a little tricky. However, that also does mean is because it's so highly populated with users that if you do make it big on that site, you're going to get way past your goal. Kickstarter has over 15 million backers across the globe, and it's also all or nothing kind of campaign deal. While Kickstarter is not worldwide like, say, IndieGoGo, they are outside of the US as well. There's actually 6 countries that you can be based out of. I'll list them right here. And that's good for anybody living outside the US within those countries. The campaign success rate for Kickstarter is said to be 1 out of every 3 succeed, which is a lot better than IndieGoGo, but still you're most likely not going to reach your goal. Just as IndieGoGo, they also take 5% for a funding fee, which isn't too bad. Number 4, crowd supply. Crowd supply is very hardware and, tech oriented. 70% of crowd supply's projects have been successful, and the average amount raised for a campaign is around $66,000. This is around 6 times more than the average Kickstarter campaign makes, so you can really raise a ton of money on this site. Crowd supply works off 2 plans. You can either get a standard plan or a custom plan. Standard plan basically means that they take a 5% fee for the campaign fee, and a custom campaign can range anywhere between 6 and 15%, all depending on your circumstances. So if you have any kind of business revolving around hardware or new hardware, tech product kind of thing, crowd supply might be the best bet for you. Guys, that about wraps up this video for the best crowdfunding sites for you to look out for. I really hope that one of you guys are actually successful in creating your own campaign. That would be great to hear from you guys. Comment down below if you even start one, that'd be awesome. Anyway, guys, hopefully you guys go down, hit us with that like and the subscribe. We would really appreciate that. And make sure you guys catch with us next time on Business Buzz.